25. Okay. So she go around and she get these old men social security. This lady took her to court for stealing her money off of her card. They couldn't prove it, they dismissed it, but all that's online. You don't, she's so famous. Batesville does not have a population of 8,000 people. That's small, right?
Oh
For her
my.
to have a million point 1.3 million followers, Batesville didn't even announce it. I live in a city where it's damn near a million people. When I had 3.4 million followers, I canceled that page myself because my mother died. When I had 3.4 million followers, I was on the news. They put it on a billboard and everything because, that was more than the population of this city. So they found that to be something exciting, right? You don't never see nobody in public speaking to her. She don't have no friends because of the shit she do to people. It ain't because of Mercedes.
Right.
She alienates them children from the world so that they don't tell what she doing. But let me clock this right quick.
They try
I
to
want
report
y'all to
my
go.
page,
I want
y'all.
y'all.
They don't want Trysage to get out what she's trying to get out. Please put F1 in the chat and tap that screen, follow. Let's engage let's keep engaging in the comments because they're trying to report, I believe they're trying to stop her from talking. So let's keep it going, y'all. Okay, go ahead, sis.
I want y'all to go on the T page, every last one of y'all from yesterday. I pulled the video down in case TikTok take it down. Everybody missed the main ingredient yesterday and they didn't even see it. How many of y'all seen her popping them motherfucking Skittles right there on live yesterday in your face and chewing them? She was chewing.
I didn't know what to think
She
about
didn't
it.
even mean for nobody to see them, and then spit the coating out in her hand.
I wasn't sure what to think about that because
Had the whole
that was gonna be
bottle
my
in her
next
hand.
question.
It came out of her hat. She took the hat off. It was in the hat. She had put a mouthful of them in, chewed them, and spit the coating off of them because they have a coating on them that they can't swallow, right? But when they spit that coating out, it go to their bloodstream quicker, right? They didn't even know. She was suited and booted like a motherfucker.
I was gonna ask you that. I wasn't really sure what I was seeing.
It's on the T page because I pulled it down and showed it to my chat.
Right.
I got the video. I pulled it down in case TikTok pull it down.
Cause I was like, well, is she popping? Is she popping pills?
Yes, she did. Yes,
what the fuck
she
is going
did.
on here? Okay.
Those don't have
Skittles.
She was popping pills.
Let's call them Skittles, y'all. So I don't get hit for it.
Yep.
Wow.
She did it on live, honey. She pulled them out of her hat, the whole bottle.
And my thing about it is that as a parent, why is it okay, y'all, ladies and the men too, but that might be single parents, why is it okay that when you have teenage kids or grown kids, why is it okay that you expose their mishaps? Because my daughters don't do everything that I want them to do and they grown. But I would never expose my children. Why is it okay to expose your children? And why? I want to know, why did them ladies sit up there as she exposed her child and agree with her with that behavior? Because I don't know. I found that real hard. That was tough. That was tough. That was tough to see.
So many of them people are afraid to tell her the naked truth.
Tell her the truth, yeah.
And I got one that's been in my DM since yesterday. I said all them box monkeys. I called them box monkeys. I did. She gonna tell me I was wrong because she was in the box. I don't appreciate you calling us a monkey. I said what I said. I'm an adult. We can agree to disagree, but I said what I said.
I'm looking at y'all comments.
You understand?
Right.
Instead of them getting up there telling her the internet was not the place for that, they sitting up there telling her how right she is.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, now you love your child. This is what you keep trying to emphasize and stress to people, that you love your child. That ain't love, baby. If it is, it's toxic. That's not appropriate love, because you don't bring that kind of shit to the internet. You
Yeah.
sit your child down and have a discussion with your child, but see, you showed the whole world that you jealous of your own child. You resent Mercedes because you was in love with her daddy. Her daddy name is Lou Hamilton. Look him up on Facebook. He a nice looking little dude.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't want you, and he got married. You so envious. You told people the other night on Facebook that he broke your heart so bad you had children by his brother. No, you didn't. You had your last 3 children are by his uncle. So yes, your children are double kin. Perry is Mercedes' daddy's uncle.
Who's snoring on the panel? Y'all know I'm straight up. Who woke? Who woke on here?
I'm
I
woke.
see it's your turn in the chat.
I'm woke.
You said who else is woke?
I said I'm woke.
Okay, you woke. Who else is on the panel that's woke?
I was on mute, baby.
Okay.
Somebody
Okay,
show
who
was
else is
snoring.
on this thing snoring?
It might have been that I love down there myself. I'll drop her.
No,
Okay, yeah.
Oh, you woke, baby?
I've been.
She's okay. So it must be
They
me.
say it's the bottom box.
Nah, she just spoke. She said she
I've been
woke.
speaking.
I'm
I've
just
been
saying that it's in the
typing.
chat.
Okay, cool.
Somebody was snoring like hell though for
We
real.
gonna disconnect her because she the only one that ain't spoke up. Okay, y'all. It's an open panel. Y'all definitely welcome to come up here
I
and
want to
give
ask a
y'all take
question.
on the situation. If y'all not had a chance, because sometimes people have
It when I
panels
love myself.
and they don't want
She
to let
right there
people up,
talking.
but you guys can come up here and
Hello.
speak on it. Go
No,
ahead,
go ahead,
love.
baby.
Hi. I didn't want to be rude at all. I've been in here. I was just typing because I wanted to ask a question to the lady that was speaking. I'm not familiar with Big Mama at all. But when I seen the situation that happened that night before, when she started ranting and explaining it, I just wanted to ask a question because I did watch a little bit of Mercedes live. Um, and I did have a friend that when she was speaking of like the trampoline, I guess Miss Big Mama was speaking of things that happened in the past.
Mhm.
But what I wanted to ask, when she said that Mercedes have an IEP, I work in the mental illness area with schools, so I wanted to know, have they properly had her diagnosed? Because again, I was asked a question. I had a friend that used to act like that until we got her really medicated. Because again, my friend was a product of molestation when she was younger, and they got 2 type of people that come out of that: people that don't adapt to intimacy and people that just don't adapt to it and just use it, right? So my friend was the one that just constantly, she'll go to work and she'll come home with a guy, and the next day you'll never see the guy. It'd be a different guy every day, all day, all day, all day. It was different every time she came home. So that's why I was asking, have when she said she was an IEP, that means she's in special needs classes.
Um,
So do she have mental illnesses? That's what I
Miss,
want.
I love myself.
Yes,
Like
ma'am.
I just said, all of those children probably have an IEP because she
Mm-hmm.
pulled them out of school for 4 years. They had no schooling for
Oh.
4 years.
Oh.
So they are behind. They're absolutely behind, baby. She pulled them out of school. And let's get to that. What mother pulls their children out of school other than a mother that's trying to slow the progress of their children down?
Correct.
Then, when she waited 4 years to even come to the internet, asking the internet to help her get her children back in school, she took them out The school didn't. It's your fault that she's 18 in 11th grade.
Right.
It's not her fault. And if your child did anything at the age of 8, she say she ain't responsible. That's a lie. At
She
8 years
is.
old, you are definitely responsible for your child.
Exactly.
No
Exactly.
8-year-olds knows anything about sexual behavior. That is a taught behavior, something that they have seen or something that they have been traumatized about. So how do you get on here and say that it is not your fault your 8-year-old was having sex with the neighbors and this and that and the other? Some 18-year-olds, their birthdays are late and they might
Okay.
be one grade behind. Okay, and that's normal. I have always said this right here, and I'm going to stand on what I'm going to say, and some people will never understand this. Mercedes should not have been placed back in the school system. When they went back to school last year in 2025, Mercedes was actually in the 9th grade. And that was wrong. Okay, they should have put her in an adult school situation
Like an online
because
class.
at
Okay.
her age, being around children that was younger than her
Than her.
could cause legal complications.
But
Not
no,
just for the allegations of her being with a 14-year-old. If she got into an altercation or a fight with one of them, it would be a different situation for her than it would for them. She would be an adult and they would be a minor. Her charges would be greater than theirs. Okay.
no,
So if you love your children so much, you would want to make sure you're putting them in the proper place. She
right.
still would get an education and still get a diploma. She
Like
would
I
just
said,
be in a different setting.
like some type of school for people that are around her age that are going through what she's going through. I agree. Now, let me ask you this. Now, first of all, IEPs, you know, for I guess every state's different, but IEPs
Well, that's how the school
is
works here in Georgia,
just
darling.
it's typically for kids that just need that extra help, you know, that might learn different from others and might need that extra help on, you know, to the side from the other kids. And not only that, for them to be able to graduate, they might not be required the full amount of credits as a child without an IEP. So there are some very smart kids that have IEPs that just need the extra help. It just sounds like this lady just hindered her daughter in a lot of ways and didn't want to let her, you know, stay in school and grow. Now, another thing is too, I think too, that when you keep your kids in high school, even if they're 18 or older, you keep them in high school. Isn't there like some way that isn't like you continue to get a check or you continue to be able to stay in control of something? Long as they're considered
You do continue to get their check long as they're in school. But
right.
the problem with Mercedes is Mercedes them been held back by her. And the school did what they could when they started back to school last year. Instead of leaving Mercedes in the 9th grade where she tested at, she tested on the 9th grade level. Instead of putting her in the 9th grade, they pushed her to the 11th grade. And see, an IEP is not always about how smart they are. Some IEPs are based on behavior. And some IEPs, some people just don't focus well with a lot of people. And they need to be in a smaller setting.
There you
It
go.
has nothing
Yes.
to do with their intelligence. You know, and this is the shameful part, that you would get on here and try to play your daughter down by the IEP. And see, this is the thing. So many parents on this app are dealing with their children having IEPs, their children are autistic, and these people are getting on here speaking without a proper education and without proper knowledge of what an IEP really is. Big Mama don't even have a 3rd grade education, so how can she speak on the IEP and she knows nothing about it? Okay, she is insulting other parents and they don't even see it. Why would you get on here and downgrade this girl being in the she 18 in 11th grade? She 18 in 11th grade, baby, because you pulled them out of school for 4 years. When she was 12 years old, you took them out of school. You didn't give them any schooling. You didn't homeschool them. So they behind.
Right.
It ain't like you was trying to keep them up. Okay. Then you want to play like you playing good mama by keeping them away from people. That's not it. You don't want them around people to tell what goes on in your house. You don't want nobody to know the truth. You do not want to lose control over those children. You are a control freak. And anybody that does not see this, something is wrong with your eyes. The woman is a straight control freak. Look at that picture right there that's on that screen and look at her head. Now, what mother loves their children is getting on the internet wearing Pampers and getting on here wearing the same ones until it stand up by itself? Because you have children going to school for other children to pick at. And the first thing she said last night, I hope you don't go to jail about that 14-year-old and your friends, they going to post that picture. They going to post it. They going to pick at you at school. Why would you want anybody to pick at your child and push her to the edge?
Right.
You can cause your child to do self-harm with all that you've done to her.
No.
You said that the teacher was bullying your child and made your child become suicidal. This is what the lies she told now. But what you doing, lady, you are the greatest bully and you supposed to be her protector. You bully those children. Your brothers, them have been on my live and told it.
Right.
She bullies those children, and I'm going to tell you, she jealous of Mercedes because of her daddy. Somebody said spell her daddy's name. His name is Lulu, Lulu Hamilton. He's on Facebook. Go look at him. I've spoke to Lulu several times. He is Perry's nephew, not Perry's brother. He has nothing to do with them. He is married. He is a nice looking guy. This girl is poisoned. And this is the problem with the internet. They crown these clowns and call them queens and kings. They told this woman she was the best mother. She is the greatest mother of social media for feeding her children fast food because she can pay for food out every day. They crowned her the greatest mother of the internet.
She can pay for it and not
cook it. Bitch, you supposed to feed your children. You're not doing anything abnormal. Who gives a bitch a parade for feeding their children?
Now, let me ask you this. Vibes had a good question in the comments. They said, do you think CPS needs to step in?
Let me tell y'all something. Pam, her sister-in-law that was on my live, and her brother, they called CPS and have sent CPS to help them children. She wouldn't even let them take a bath. That's on the T page. Pam told it on my page. She don't even like for them to take a bath. Okay? They call CPS every time CPS go out there. Some kind of way, CPS call and let her know they coming to visit. So what the fuck they going for if they gonna give her a heads up? So she let them know the night before, y'all, when these folks come in here, you better do this, you better sit this way, you better do this. So what the hell is that? They live in constant fear.
Right.
The brother told y'all that all that shit she doing is for internet. It's fake. She makes them smile for the camera. She beats them with brooms and call them stupid and dummies and stuff. Yeah, people don't live in that house, but they got the nerve to call the man a liar because all she screams about is her money. They want my money. Y'all jealous of my money. The bitch talk about money like she just discovered money. And it's sad. Money is her goal.
Did you see yesterday that she said that the girl, somebody said, well, did you get counseling for the baby? She said that the girl wanted to have relations or was like, took a real strong liking to the counselor. Did you see that?
Yeah, she said his name was Chance and she tried to go with the counselor. I bet you can't find a counselor named Chance. We glad you love Big Mama. We glad you love her. She need all the love and understanding she can get. Ain't nobody on here trying to make you hate nobody, honey. We don't sprue hate. If
He
awareness
called
is
her a
hate, then
counselor,
something
bankroll.
is
That's why I
wrong with
said
all of
counselor.
y'all. Ain't nobody told you who to love, who to like, and who to follow. This is social media.
Yes.
And as soon as y'all bring that shit to social media, she got a mental problem, Reggie. And the ones that sitting up talking about how much they love her and this, that, and the other, honey, they on the short stick too. They cheese done slid off the cracker, baby. Please
Now,
believe that.
do
And they
anybody on
said
the
they cheese done slid off the cracker, and I guarantee you they sitting up in their house picking boogers, stomping them on the wall. You can tell that they motherfucking bus wheels don't go round and round because they some square ass buses.
do y'all got anybody on the panel got any questions for Sage that you was trying to get clarity on the situation, something that you saw, or just something you want a statement or
Yeah, I have a question. Now that we know all of this stuff, like the girl, I watched her live and I saw her crying and stuff, and it really touched me because I've had IEP with a couple of my children, and so it is very embarrassing
nobody mama phone
to just
here.
judge you because
Where
you
you
have
at?
IEP. You can have an IEP for a lot of reasons, and most of the people that have
I
the
dropped you.
IEP are not there.
Where you at, mama phone?
They're there because of other things. But now that we saw this being portrayed before the world, are there any solutions that you suggest, Trysage?
Baby, I wish I knew the solution because they need all the help they can get, really. They really do. But I don't have a solution because I'm in Georgia, she in Mississippi. And the saddest thing is she don't even know how to take constructive criticism and she don't want to listen to nothing. And they system down there seem to be failing. You know what I'm saying? You would be surprised at the people that watch her page. I really want to tell you that she has been being watched for quite a while. And she knows why just like I do. Okay? And what I don't understand is they see this shit and they don't address it. They see it. What are you waiting on? What are you waiting on something to happen to one of those kids because it's getting real greasy now. It's getting real greasy. Anytime somebody is consumed with money to this point, she's addicted to social media too. She said in the live last night when the little boy and his mama them was on live, she said she ain't got no motion. They only listening to her because it's about me. I'm famous. I'm a celebrity. Everybody, what they gonna do when it's all over? They still gonna be watching Big Mama. She ain't lied. They are still gonna be watching her. Thank you, baby.
Hey,
Okay.
everybody, I know there's quite a few people backstage right now that want to come up. Besides, it's your turn in Mama Funk. Any of the other ladies got any questions for Tri-Stage so I can let some other ladies come up?
Yes, thank you. I appreciate all your information you sharing about it because I didn't really see anything besides the recent clips. But I just wanted to share. I agree wholeheartedly with you about how she's controlling the kids to do these things and have this image on social media because there's a deeper story. There's something behind why
Thank
she's
y'all for
in
all the gifts. I
isolation.
appreciate y'all. Please tap that screen.
Bring that light.
But what I wanted to ask you was, are you like personally related to her, or do you have information from the family about some of these allegations, or is this
Not
based
only
on?
do I have, not only do I have, I didn't know her. Listen, from a can of paint till she started messing with me, right? But baby, I got receipts to everything I'm telling you. I got a video that will put y'all to shame. If only it could be. I done aired a bunch of them, but this one video, the only reason that it can't be aired is because it would be called pornographic. And it is a minor involved, which is Mercedes. And I got it from her sister-in-law. Okay? Listen, let me tell you something. Those children have been through pure hell. If y'all only knew their story, you really would be feeling some type of way. I would never defamate anybody's character, baby. Never in my life. I come with receipts to everything. These people, even Reddit. Reddit is the page, right? They didn't have these videos. They didn't have the fight. They didn't have her beating up poo-poo. I got all that. She didn't even know those videos existed. She didn't know people had them. Okay? The same thing that she get on here and say her brothers them was lying about. All of them know her so well that they know to have her on camera. Okay? They know to make receipts because they know she poison. Now I want to explain something to y'all. Her brother done made a page. I don't think she know nothing about it. The one live in her house. I showed this on my live. Do you know he in the bathroom with Mercedes talking about him and his niece in the bathroom chilling? And they are definitely in the bathroom. I got the picture. Okay? And he on TikTok. See, a lot of stuff they do, she don't know that they behind the scene doing it, and they doing it for a reason to expose her on slide. You see, and just a lot of stuff that's going on, they making sure to record it because they know that she's a demon. They know that the internet believes her over them. They seen how she slaughtered her brother and her sister-in-law and her other brother. They can't step out against her. She manipulates them at every turn. Do you know why Mercedes can't take care of herself? She wouldn't let her get a job, baby. The girl wanted a job several times. Several times. She's like, you can't work. I'm famous. Definitely done came up there and kidnapped you. They'll do this to you. And she told the girl she couldn't work. How you buy a car for your child and then turn around? How do you buy your child a car and she ain't got no license and you'll never let her drive? All that is for show. That girl wanted a job. You wouldn't let her get a job because then she would be dependent on you. You handicapped her where she would need you. Yeah. You made her be sneaky and where she 18. How many of y'all in here didn't miss your sweet 16? How many of y'all in here missed your junior prom? How many of y'all in here forgot the little boy toting your books to school when you was in the 9th and 10th grade? How many of you? All you females in here know that this is not right. It's a such thing as letting your children spread their wings.
When I heard
got to spread their wings.
Last night, when I heard her cry last night and saying how embarrassed she was and that she can't believe that she would have brought this to the internet like this about her, I was like,
and she still wasn't even saying nothing bad about her. She was just trying to just clear her name. She wasn't even disrespecting her mother.
No, still didn't disrespect her mama. No.
And then that tell you something about Mercedes.
I got
She's
y'all
so jealous of Mercedes that it is pure
I'm about to let y'all up.
Yeah, but I appreciate that. But I wanted to ask one more thing. I don't know. I remember seeing a clip about her bragging about how she was building Mercedes a house on her property. I felt like that was another way of her trying to show to her and keep her away from the public because she never wants her to adventure or say. I feel like at 18 years old, she knows what she wants to do, where she want to be at, how she want to move, and everything that Big Mama is doing is trying to protect her own image and not thinking for Mercedes' best interest. So. Baby, I just appreciate the conversation and y'all just spreading awareness to it.
Thank you, love. I appreciate you coming up and asking your questions and making your statements. I appreciate it.
I'm engaged with y'all in the comments.
Okay, I got somebody else. What's good, Sage? V, Miss V, you're next, and then Asia, are you still there? Okay, so I don't see that Asia's there. I'm not gonna give y'all a long time to respond. Okay, go ahead, Ms. V.
What's good, Sage?
Hey, Ms. V, how you doing, beautiful?
Oh, I'm beautiful today. When I sent you money, you dropped me, you blocked me, all that. I'm not gonna disrespect this.
You ain't never.
But I'm gonna catch you on the baby. I'm gonna catch you on the TikTok street because everybody know you and everybody know me. When you was down bad, I helped you, and then you blocked
Hold
me because you
on.
didn't like
Look,
something I
listen.
Now wait
said.
a minute, wait a minute.
Listen.
Don't drop her. That's one of her
Hold
followers,
on.
baby.
First of all,
Ain't
honey, we're
nobody
not gonna
listen
do
here. I
this.
give praise to any and everybody that ever helped me. I have never in my life disrespected, nor have I hid the fact that I was down and people on TikTok help, honey. I call everybody beautiful, even in the real world. This is who I am. You can't get up here, no Miss V, with your lying ass and try to make me be anything other than I am. Please bring
Thank
her
you.
back.
Oh, okay. I'll let
You
her. Like
understand what I'm
my thing
saying?
about it is that we
And she
you know what I'm
another one
saying?
sitting in a chair with boogers in her nose, stomping them on the wall. You can tell the purple hair, honey. Anybody that knows Sage already know, baby, you got the wrong one.
That's
You got
right.
the
The thing
wrong
about
one.
it is just the thing about it is, Miss V, I don't know who you are, but everybody on my panel must be respected. And
Oh,
and
they
it
ain't
goes
got, look,
back and forth with y'all. You know what I'm saying? So I don't got a dog in the fight, but I'm just saying like,
But we're not gonna do that.
yeah.
No.
Cause
baby, let me tell you
we
something.
trying to
Everybody that
understand kind of
knows
what's going
Sage
on with
knows
this story.
Sage.
I've been following
Everybody that
Sage for a
knows
long
Sage
time.
knows Sage.
I've been
Okay?
following
Yeah.
Sage since I've been on TikTok. Don't do that. Don't try that, please.
This ain't that platform where you can just come and express that. If you haven't had a chance to express that with her, I suggest that you
Go to her personally.
yeah, you go directly to her, woman to woman. That's
Leave
how they
that shit
go.
off here, cause you about
That
to
that
piss
right
me
there was
off.
that right there was to come up here and try to make me look bad. But let me tell you something. I'm
Good.
one of those
Hello?
people for y'all that don't know Sage. I want to encourage you to understand that you are beautiful and you are enough just as you are. We all have trials and tribulations. Nobody could have told me 3 years ago that I would have been homeless and I would have lost 18 houses, a set of townhouses. I never came on the internet and told anybody I came from fucked up backgrounds. I came from good beginnings. Okay? I've never been destitute. I've never needed anybody, my family and nobody else. I took care of me. I got out, I went to school. I am a retired nurse practitioner. I have been to prison for 18 years and 10 days for the RICO Act, racketeering interruptional criminal organization with my uncle Jerry Anderson right here in Macon, Georgia, okay? I don't tell lies. The last lie I told cost my great grandmama her heart. It did. And it taught me then that lies are bad. So what am I got? What do I have in this fight to lose by lying to anybody? Anybody that has been good to me, I thank them in every way I can. I don't have anything to hide that. You know what, Miss V? Let me tell you something. I was staying in a hotel, baby, and you ain't never helped me, honey. I ain't never dropped nobody that helped me, baby.
And this
Anybody
is
that, hold on, she in the chat talking.
okay.
Anybody that helped, I never told nobody. I stayed in a hotel for 16 months. You didn't pay for my hotel, nobody did. I paid them $11,000 every month myself out my IRA account and out of my retirement. So that's how I know you tripping. Okay? Yes, I stayed in a hotel, baby. I'm not ashamed. I'm not better than you, and nor are you better than me. And I've never pretended to be better than anybody. I don't come on here and lie to people. I don't do that. And anybody that helped me, I've always told them thank you, never dropped them. However, there were 21 people that I wasn't moving out the hotel fast enough that asked for their money back. And anybody in this chat that know me, what did I do, y'all? I gave it back to them on live without a problem.
Yes, ma'am.
You sure did.
Okay? So, baby, if you sent me something, please show me what your name is so I can look it up on the Cash App and send it back to you, darling.
Right. And my word to advice to people on here too, and I don't know how everybody run their platform, and I've had to learn throughout out my time of running the platform that when we in the middle of like conversation or dialogue and we're having stuff like this is not where you come to resolve your issues on somebody else's platform.
She didn't have no issue. She ain't had no issue, y'all. We on here talking about their favorite person, honey. So they want to stop it in any way they can, because those are minions, baby. Those the ones who cheese
Well,
done slid off the cracker.
This is Yaya platform. This is Yaya Mac platform. This is not Yaya Mac and them. So please do not do that over here. That's for anybody that comes up here. Anybody that got any questions about the situation and kind of just trying to like catch up and chime in on what's going on. That you've been watching the For You page and you've been seeing all the stuff that's been going on with Big Mama. This is the time to ask the questions. If you don't know Trysage and how she got involved with her, if you don't understand what's going on with the kids and the kids or these young men that are supposed to be a part of the daughter, this is the time to ask all the questions. This is the time to come up and ask your questions and drop down, because there's other people that want to come up here that's been having questions. So next, anybody else on here?
Sage, I've been watching you for years and years and years. And I remember when you used to give to Big Mama and Poo Poo. Is that why y'all fell out, or how did y'all fall out because of that?
We fell out about the lie about Poo Poo. You know what I'm saying? She trauma bonded with me. I trauma bonded with her. I never watched her as Big Mama Poo Poo and Poo Poo. I thought that was degrading. I'm sorry. I thought that was very degrading. Because you could tell the man was slow and being taken advantage of. Okay, so I didn't pay that no attention. But TikTok tells you that you're not engaging enough, right?
Right.
So at night I scroll through TikTok and I try to engage, right?
Right.
So this particular night I kept going through TikTok and she kept coming up on my damn feed. I didn't want to stop. But then as I was going through, she was I heard her say, yeah, he molested my daughter. And some told me to stop. I stopped. And she was in there telling the story about how Poo Poo had done her daughter. Okay? I was in tears. I could feel, it took me back. Anybody that's a sexual assault survivor, they will trauma bond with that. Yes, because they have been through that themselves, and they can understand that, and they can relate to the pain and the theory of it, and it brings back a whole bunch of memories. Okay, so that's how this shit started, right? So the little dude King, he was in my live, and I was telling all my live, I said, that's so sad that I was talking about this man like a dog, y'all. Please forgive me. Love. I was talking about Poo Poo like a dog.
Okay, I see.
I didn't even know heads or tails, right? I had no right to do that. But I believed in her, and I trauma bonded with her. I took my live over there. I said, if y'all can help me help her pay her light bill, I would appreciate it, right?
I remember
King went over there and told this lady all kind of stuff I said that was never said. So she was over there talking about me like a dog, telling folks that I was begging my chat to pay for my room. Nobody never paid for. I had 3 rooms. Nobody never paid for them. I never asked anybody to do that. Okay? I never would have asked. I never would have needed no help even getting out of hotel. I fucked around, and a lady on TikTok named Queen Coach T, she took $5,800 and rented me a fucking house that wasn't hers and could have got me and my sister locked up. The people in the live, she was coming in the chat talking about how she took my money. Okay? So I've been in a hotel 16 months. My IRA account, I done depleted it. Okay? Depleted it. It's gone. All right?
Yeah.
So when you in a hole, the only way out of a hole is with help. You know, once I got out the hole, have I been on here with that? No. Okay? Anybody that helped me, I have been grateful for their help. I thank them every day, constantly. I want everybody to understand that they are beautiful and they are enough just as they are. This chick started lying on me, and she fucked around and called my 3-year-old grandbaby a retard. And said she need to get that baby out that damn hotel and send that retarded baby down here to me to raise. A retard? Ain't shit wrong with my grandbaby. So I'm like, my grandbaby, why would she come for us like this and I ain't did nothing to her? You ain't never sent me no money. I posted it on my page, some of it. Cash App don't lie. It show what I sent to James Boy 97. Okay? Blue car. So I'm like, what is wrong with this woman? Everybody that's in my chat to this day knows she makes all these fake pages. She comes in and out of
Yes,
my live
y'all
to this
put
day
that F1 in
playing with
the
me.
chat, please.
She comes in and out of my live to this
Follow,
day
tap that
playing in my
screen, tap that
live
screen,
every
follow.
chance she get. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
And so this is personal for me. It has nothing to do with the internet. And she keep talking about, oh, they mad about my money. Bitch, you might have just discovered money. Google me, ho. I went to prison because they said we was
Thank you for
making
the
$1
gift,
million
y'all.
a week. You talking about making 50,000 a fucking month. Okay? Money is not an object. Bitch, if I need money that bad, they got banks and credit unions all over this motherfucking world. I know how to go in that bitch. If you had anything I wanted bad enough, I get in my car and come to Batesville and motherfucking Red Cross that. You got it twisted. I come from the streets, bitch. I didn't come from the porch. This is personal. This has nothing to do with the internet. You know, this is her. The lady and her got into it the other day. She make all these fake pages messing with people. She be all in my DM. She told the people on her chat that my son be in here beating me up. My brothers them came here a month ago to jack my son up because his wife watches this woman. I said, what the fuck wrong with you throwing him in that wall like that? You better never put your hands on my fucking sister. I said, this boy ain't never raised his hand to me. And they be sitting up amen in this shit. She told him that my son beat me up and I put black women down every day.
Well, we know that
And
ain't
these people
true
don't even
because
know me,
I
but they
watch
believe
you.
what she say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So now, did I see her? Was she referring to you yesterday when she was stating that the person that she knows for a fact that be calling on her and doing all these things to her is you? Was she referring?
That's what she trying to tell people, baby. I didn't even know what CPS was. Yeah. I ain't never called CPS on a soul in my life. Never. In my life. Okay? Now I have called the pet store on her. I tell her I called the pet store on her. Okay? I called Walmart on her, and that was that. I did that. She was in Walmart trying to make Brand tell the folks he wanted this real expensive computer. He didn't want that. He wanted a little bit of monitor for his game that cost $49. It was his birthday. If he want the little monitor, why he can't have that, but you want everybody to pay for that motherfucking damn $300-something laptop that he didn't want? It's his birthday. You want people to buy the food he asking for, but you don't get him the chicken he want. You go get Popeyes and you eating out the shit before he do. You got the whole motherfucking chat to send your children over $7,000 worth of Christmas shit and still wanted a bearded dragon at the end of the day on Christmas Eve. So damn right, I called the pet store and told them don't let her out with that damn bearded dragon. It won't make it to the parking lot alive. So the lady had sent her the money. She lied and told the lady that the bearded dragon was $599 when the motherfucking price was clearly on the window. The thing was $79.99. So the lady cashed out the money. She got it out right there at the pet store in Memphis, right? She thought she was going to pocket that money, honey. That man, the manager stopped and told her, say, no, you can't just get the bearded dragon. You going to have to get the light, the bedding, and the cage. How about the damn thing didn't live a month? She played like she had the children flicking the lights on and off, talking about they finna turn my lights out. Georgia, don't no power company flick no lights, baby. They don't flick no lights. They turn them off. It go dark. They don't play with them. So then she got in the hotel and went to the hotel, and that's when she put Keisha on blast and told everybody in Batesville Keisha was fucking their husband and that her daughter had an abortion at 19 and her son wear women clothes and he confused. That's why when she got her ass whooped at the gas station, her son say, whoop her ass some more. She talked too much. Who confused now? Who confused now?
Ooh,
He
I
asking her who
seen her get
confused
whooped
because
too.
she said he was confused.
Yeah. I seen her get. Okay, so now Say, so answer this for me, right? This 19-year-old boy. Now I seen his mama talk yesterday. His mama said she reached out to her several times to have this conversation, right? And that they need to get off this internet and see each other in person. And she refused to meet up with this mama and have this talk. Also, I seen the young man. He was actually talking too. He was live too, and he spoke and he said that she never ran across no field and everything. What is going? They trying to report me again, y'all. Hit that F1 in them comments. They trying to get rid of me.
We love the TikTok shop.
Yeah, we love TikTok shop. Tap that screen, follow, and follow, tap that screen, and do all that, because that's how to keep them off of us. So she said she ran across the screen, or he left her on the side of the road. Can you give us a layout of like the house and what that means? Because the girl made it seem like they wasn't really doing all of what she said they was doing. She was never left the way that she was claimed to be left, with no clothes on, or just left out in the field somewhere, or like she was somewhere off in the field somewhere. Can you explain what was all of that about? Because like, I ain't gonna hold you. I looked at the layout of the house and I wasn't really sure. I was like, well, could that have been on her property, or could that have been off her property?
Well, see, the thing with it is she got everybody thinking she owned all that property. She does not. Her land is landlocked, and all of you all in here know what landlocked is. Landlocked means that you have to cross somebody else's land to get to your actual land. Mercedes told you all, yes, he dropped her off at the yard so she wouldn't get caught, but she ended up getting caught anyway. It has nothing to do with a field. That's a whole lot of land for her to walk down that driveway. Okay. So listen, first of all, now y'all don't know
that makes sense.
Y'all don't know Yaya. I do. Yaya know all the answers. It ain't nothing Yaya can't find out and don't know. Okay. So Yaya just been missing in action. Okay. But check this out right here.
Yeah, because I ain't been covering this story right here, so I'm getting all the tea.
Followers. She has lied and told her followers she owns 6 houses. She working on number 7. That's why she tried to make me look bad, because she know I know the truth. She know I come with receipts. It's public record, people. Nothing is in her name but 5 parcels of property. And the property that she bought in a tax sale. And all 5 of those parcels of property are not valued at $7,000 all put together. It is landlocked. She bought swamp land is what she did. So when I played the recording from the tax lady, she went down to the tax office and showed out and told them that the lady was on my live talking about her. They had to call the police to escort her out the building. She went on live and told them that she went down there and showed out because the woman was talking her business. It's public record. You had a house in Mercedes' name at the age of 16 and put Mercedes down as 26. You was renting houses in that girl's name saying she was 26 years old. All that shit is public record, people. It's nothing hard to find it. All you have to do is call the property assessor's office. She don't own a house anywhere in Panola County. The truck she just bought, it's in her cousin's name. She doesn't have a driver license. So she could not leave a car lot with a new car. You can go to a buy here, and pay for a car. They don't give a damn. They're going to give you the car because they want the money. You can't go to a dealership and buy a new car without proper identification, proper driver's license. And you have to have insurance. She does not have insurance on those vehicles. You have to maintain full coverage on a new vehicle, or the finance company will repossess that vehicle, because you are liable for the damage that happens to it while it is being financed. Okay? You are running around paying people to be in your circle. They don't want to be with you. But all you got to offer them is some money. Your brother Anthony is living in the house with you. Your brother Scooter told the lady, say, is it true that Anthony was going with her boyfriend and poo poo? He said, I don't know. I was in prison. But if it's true, then all of them done, because Anthony and Reggie live with her right now, sleep in the same house with her. So they all going together if that's true. Reggie just left her 2 weeks ago. That's why you and Reggie, brother, wife got into it at Walmart, because you and your cousin made fake pages and went to picking at this woman about her husband being a cheater. You mad at Mercedes because you think Mercedes is the one told the boy about the fake pages. Mercedes is being accused of something that she did not even do. And this I know for a fact, because I know who in the fuck told on you. Reggie Hudson told what you was doing with them fake pages. Okay? It was never Mercedes. Mercedes have not been talking about you to anybody. It was Reggie. But she thought it was Mercedes because she couldn't figure it out. She wanted to be Mercedes. It wasn't Mercedes. You mad because the man that was laying up in the house with you and your brother have got up and left. Who wants to share a pipeline with their brother? What kind of mess is that? That pipe is shitty. Who wants to share that kind of pipeline?
Right.
And Mercedes is being blamed for it. Mercedes is an 18-year-old young lady, y'all. She should have a choice and a say in some things that she does. She is considered an adult. Yes, she's living in under her mother's roof. So she needs to follow rules and regulations and be respectful, which she been doing, right?
Right.
But you mean to tell me it's not okay for her to have her own friends outside that house? She's a beautiful young girl, so quite naturally, guys are gonna be attracted to her. Okay?
Do y'all think she jealous of her daughter?
Very much
It's just a question. Do y'all think that?
Very much so.
Yeah. I was listening to her live the other day. She was saying how James couldn't keep a friend, how her kids couldn't keep a friend because Sadie was messing with them.
Yeah, she said since 8 years old. How can an 8-year-old be grown unless she's taught that?
Exactly.
Right. That's what I was thinking too. Like, that's wild.
Sage, you remember when Sadie used to get kicked out of school?
I do.
Okay, and why was that?
Because Sadie's go to school and be embarrassed. They go to school. Her sister-in-law told that on my live. They be going to school pissing where she wouldn't let them take a bath, and it would cause them.
Oh man, I thought that's because she was getting bullied or something.
Right? She wasn't getting bullied. They was picking at her because she smelled, and the sister-in-law told that. It was not their fault. They victims of their environment. Those kids have been, man, them kids go through hell. You buying four-wheelers and and somebody asked on here, not being funny. They said, what happened? Why she buy all those clothes every day? Everybody in my chat can tell y'all this to be the truth. I had a picture. She had the clothes stacked from the floor to the ceiling. Okay? And the man went to do her hair. Me and him got cool. He said, man, I had to go up the street to use the bathroom. I didn't know that their water pressure was low. And I seen through the curtain and seen all them clothes. She ain't got no wash machine and dryer, right? So I was on my live and I know she in there. She stay in there. I say, why you in here messing with me? Won't you take all them dirty ass clothes out that closet that's stacked from the floor to the ceiling to the laundromat? The next morning, my hand to God, she made them put them clothes in trash bags and put them on the back of the truck and took them to the laundromat.
And I know you're not lying because I seen a video on her page of them at the laundromat with all the chains.
She did it the next day after I brought it up on my live. Everything
And that's
I
a
say to her
shame
in
that
my
you
live,
even
damn
gotta
it, she
say
don't go
anything
do
to
it.
make her get up and, like, for her to even want to get up and do it.
Can I say something else? She said she
go ahead,
own
Mom.
all these properties, but why all the houses all raggedy? Like, I haven't
She
seen a
don't
nice
own
house
no
yet.
houses, baby. She does own some property, but she don't own not one house. The place where they stay now is a trailer. It was abandoned. And she told the property owner she would fix it up if he allowed her and her children to move there. She told the old white man that people were picking at her children and her in the city. And actually that wasn't true. She do a lot of shit. The land is locked where she is. She owns the land, but not the property. She owns a trailer, but not the land that the property sits on. And see stuff like that. It's public record, baby. She is lying to her followers. She don't own no house. She has not done half the shit that she is saying is clickbait. It's just to get fucking internet views and clicks. I'm gonna explain this. TikTok does not pay for likes, baby. They pay for views. They pay for views, okay? The more views she get. Do y'all remember this young lady? Do you remember just a month or so ago she said if she got 1 million likes on a video, she was gonna take Jolly them to Disneyland? They ain't went yet and she got the million, but she didn't take them anywhere. She had no intentions on doing so. That was just to get the 1 million views and likes and shit so that she can clock a check. It's all
And I believe this is why she doing her daughter like this too, is because she needs a story. She needs a something to tell and something to get this quick money. She had 7.5 thousand people in her live yesterday. 7.5. You understand what I'm talking about? That is a lot of motherfucking people to be watching.
But Rose mama, did you hear Mercedes what she said? I hate this had to come to the internet. I guess it's all for coins. She lied and said Mercedes was on live begging for food and cash out. Mercedes never asked anybody for any food.
Not once.
She never asked anybody to send her a cash out. She never did any of that, but she told her followers that Mercedes over there begging people to feed her and send her fucking cash out. And the baby never asked for that.
Shout out to the people in the chat over there, because y'all was asking the right fucking questions. The right questions. Y'all were asking, was she safe? Where was she? Was that boy around? What, like, y'all was asking the right questions and she was answering them. And I felt like at that point, that was good for us to know. One, she was safe. She wasn't around that boy. And she said, I just need to get off this thing to kind of get myself in order, like to get my feelings in check. Because she was just really upset. So shout out to the chat for really asking the really important questions. And that was she safe? Was she okay? Who was she with? And was she eating? Was she all right? Y'all was concerned for her safety and her whereabouts. And shout out to the chat for that.
And shout out to whoever you are, the girl named Black Beautiful Diamond.
For taking her in.
I must give you a shout out, because baby, you sure said the right thing on that live. You said don't tell nobody where you at. You sure told her some good advice then, because she didn't need to tell. Why did it matter where she was at long as she was safe? So Black Beautiful Diamond, you gave her the best word of the day in that live yesterday. You hear me?
Miss Sage.
Yes,
hello,
ma'am.
Hey, how you doing?
Fine, and you, beautiful?
I'm doing good. You remind me so much of my godmother, but I wanted to ask you, how do you know them? Is it a background to like how you know them? Does Mercedes like talk to you?
I don't personally know them. Tiffany, this woman here, Mama Poo Poo, Tiffany Lynette Curry, who is 37 years old, decided to play with me. She decided to get into some shit with me and play with me and lie to me and pick at my granddaughter and stuff. And she made a personal problem with the wrong person. So then when she started coming for me, a lot of people have been trying to figure her out, okay? Well, I don't have to figure anybody out because, baby, I have access to knowing what I need to know, right? So then I went to digging. And when I went to dig and I started gathering receipts and everything, and I got her whole life story. And when I tell you I got receipts to it, so then people that know her brothers, her sister-in-law, her cousins, her neighbors, they start coming in my inbox and coming on my live and telling the truth. And people told them they was lying. And this is how this happened. The woman decided to pick a bone with the wrong person. I was sitting here minding my business, and I guess I looked like some fat, light-skinned, dumb chick, which I am not, baby. I'm not the one for it. When you come for me, you need your lunch and pack a snack, because it's going to be a job. You understand? I don't bother anybody. I got the greatest heart that anybody can have. I know what it is to live on each side. I know the struggle. And I know that we all are somebody's child. You hear me?
Yes,
and you're not better than me, and I'm not better than you. You are beautiful and you are enough just as you are. I cannot stand to see people manipulate and use other people and put them down in the same fucking sentence.
Right.
Anybody that stands up and takes from people deliberately and then come back and insult them, something is wrong with that person. People have been good to that lady, Kai. For 5 years, the internet took care of her and her children, paid her bills, got her places to stay, sent her food. She would go in stores without money and beg at the register for them to pay for it, and they would. The old lady, she is in my chat every day. She's a pastor. The lady she told her she need $80 to pay her bill, her light bill. The lady sent her $800 by a mistake, baby. She said, keep the 80 and send me $720 back. Anybody in the chat that know about this, if I'm lying, God strike me down.
You're right.
The lady say, send me $720 back. She said, you shouldn't have sent it. Fuck you. I ain't blocked that bitch. She blocked the lady. The lady sent her granddaughter over to the same live to tell her that this is my grandmother's bill money. This is all she get a month. She wanted to help you with what you need. Please send her back to $720. She say, fuck you, bitch. She shouldn't have sent it. Now block that bitch. Okay?
Now, I didn't know all that. I
May
didn't
was
know
a
all
friend to her. May sent her $1,000. $1,000 for some t-shirts that she never got, and she blocked and cussed out. She raffled off TVs. She raffled off dogs that nobody never got. This lady came on here with intentions to manipulate the system. She's so rich and famous. Go on Google and pull up her last motherfucking damn GoFundMe. It ain't a year old. She put it up and asked y'all for $6,000 to build tiny homes for her children, right?
I remember
Why
you
would
said
you
that on
need
live
anybody
yesterday.
to build tiny homes for your children when you say you make $50K a fucking month? Let's do the math like we did yesterday in slow motion. Amazon sell tiny houses for $8,000. If you make $50,000 a month, I'm sure you in here, bitch. Okay, if you make $50,000 a month from one check, cause you say that's just one check. Okay. So if you make $50,000 and Amazon are selling those houses for $8,000, you can get all 5 of them a tiny house and still have change. Now that's good mathing, right? Because they're going to take the tax off when you buy 5. They're going to even give you a discount on them. And why, if you so rich and famous, why was King in there hollering out your motherfucking cash out last night? James Boy 97 blue car. He said, sing our song. She said, I'm begging, baby. Okay? Shit.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this, and Mama, Big Mama, if you in here, I'm gonna tell you something. This is not a person. Yaya is probably older than you. You understand what I'm saying? So, and I'm gonna say this, and I got daughters. Okay, I don't have sons. I have girls. So, you can actually put her in harm's way by saying all these things about her, and then you got all these other people out here that are predators that are gonna think she's vulnerable and she's slow, she's all these things. And so I mean, you put her out here to be prey. You understand what I'm saying? To these vultures out here when you do things like that. And I don't know if you know that, but if you don't know that now, you know that. I think you could have did this a different way, other than to expose your daughter. I want to hope that this wasn't no money grab, because if it was a money grab, it was something very. We rallied around your baby, and nobody rallied around you. You're right now looking pretty bad out here in this internet. If you've not already looked it bad, I mean, you really look bad. When you said yesterday, and it made me cringe. When you say yesterday, oh baby, they coming for you. No, we her aunties, baby. We rallied around that baby. No. Her aunties and her uncles and her cousins and her sisters and her brothers rallied around her yesterday, because that's what she needed, was the world to rally around her after that exposure that you did to her yesterday, because that was terrifying. That's horrible. And look, I already got a restriction. Your life is not eligible for
Wait, y'all.
recommendation.
She just posted something on Facebook and everybody calling her out in the comments because it seemed like